Dad, can I ask you something weird?
Of course, buddy. What's on your mind?
What if every living thing, like every person, animal, even plants, knew what was going to happen next?
Wow, that's quite the question. Let's think about it together. How do you imagine a world like that?
Well, if I knew everything that was going to happen, I'd never be late for school. I'd wake up just in time, know exactly what to wear, and even know if there was a surprise quiz coming.
I bet you would. And imagine, no more missed buses, no forgotten homework. Everything would be perfectly timed. But, do you think that would make life more fun, or less?
It sounds cool, but maybe too easy? Like if everything was predictable, wouldn't it get kind of boring after a while?
You might be onto something. It's the unexpected moments that often make life interesting.
Like in sports. If everyone knew the next play, it wouldn't be as fun to watch or play.
Exactly. The excitement comes from the unpredictability. If you always know what's going to happen, the thrill might disappear. Perfect grades, flawless work, sure it sounds good. But do you think we'd lose something important in the process?
Maybe it's the challenges that make things fun. Without challenges, we wouldn't feel as proud when we win or succeed.
And maybe without mistakes, we wouldn't learn as much either. Sometimes not knowing what comes next is what pushes us to grow.
But what about animals? Like, if a lion knows the zebra is going to run and the zebra knows the lion is coming, would they just give up?
That's an interesting thought. In the wild, surprise is key to survival. If predators and prey knew each other's moves, hunting would become a lot harder. But on the flip side, prey would be better at avoiding danger. Do you think that would make the wild more peaceful or just different?
Maybe both? Like, predators might have to get smarter, but prey would be safer. It could change how nature works altogether.
It could create a new balance, or it could disrupt the natural order. Nature thrives on unpredictability. Every moment is a chance for something unexpected.
And plants, Dad? If they knew when it was going to rain or when the sun would shine, they'd grow so much better, right?
Definitely. Plants would be perfectly in tune with the weather, maximizing their growth. But think about this. If every plant knew exactly what to do, wouldn't that lead to competition for resources? More plants could mean less space, less water, and less sunlight to go around.
Whoa, I didn't think about that. So even nature could have problems if everything was too perfect?
Yes, even too much of a good thing can have its challenges. Ecosystems rely on a delicate balance, and sometimes unpredictability is what keeps that balance in check.
If animals knew what we were thinking, would they become better pets? Like, they'd know when I want to play or when I'm sad?
Pets might be more in tune with us, understanding our needs and emotions better. But what about wild animals? They might start avoiding humans altogether, knowing what we might do. It could make the bond with pets stronger, but our connection to wild animals might weaken.
So it could make pets closer to us, but wild animals would keep their distance? That sounds a little lonely.
It does. Our interactions with animals are built on trust and curiosity. If animals always knew what was coming, that trust might change.
What about art, Dad? If someone knew exactly how their painting or song would turn out, would they still enjoy making it?
Art is about exploration, experimenting with ideas, and sometimes making mistakes that lead to something unexpected and beautiful. If artists knew every detail of their work beforehand, the creative process might lose its spark. It could become more about following a formula than creating something truly unique.
And without surprises, stories and games wouldn't be as fun either. Part of the fun is not knowing what's going to happen next.
Exactly. Creativity thrives on uncertainty. It's the not knowing that often leads to the most exciting discoveries.
Dad, do you think knowing everything would make the world better or worse?
That's the big question, isn't it? A world where everyone knows what's next could be calm, efficient, and safe. But without surprises, we might lose the excitement, creativity, and even some of the joy that comes from discovering something new. It could be a utopia for some, but for others it might feel like a dystopia, too controlled, too predictable.
So it's like a balance? Too much knowing could take away the fun, but not knowing enough could be scary.
Exactly, life is about finding that balance between predictability and surprise, between safety and adventure. It's what makes every day a new opportunity.
So, would you want to live in a world where everyone knows what happens next?
I think I'd rather keep the surprises. How about you?
Yeah, I think surprises make life more fun, even if they can be scary sometimes.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see what everyone else thinks. Maybe they'll share.